What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. All week long, man, the past week, especially the past couple of days, man, we had the two fighters that we want to see square off in the ring, Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford, go back and forth. They've been joined back and forth. Terence Crawford recently just let it be known that it's all in promotion. They have no true malice against one another, or towards one another, should I say. With that said, of course, the fan bases are going back and forth, and both are going to point the finger at one another, opposite the fighter that they're rooting for, right? That's just natural, right? So, of course, Terence Crawford fans are going to tell Errol Spence fans that, Errol Spence is avoiding making the fight. Errol Spence fans are going to come out and they're going to say it's Terence Crawford that's avoiding making the fight, right? With that said, Errol True Spence Jr. recently came out and he just stated Bob Arum knows how to make the fight. Tell Bob Arum to make the fight. He knows what it's going to take to make a fight. Tell him to make it happen ASAP. If you want the fight, tell him to make the fight. He says stop drawing back and forth and act like you the boss. You got a boss. This is in response to Terence Crawford saying stop using the promoters, advisors, managers, so on and so forth, etc., as a roadblock to prevent us from fighting. Stop using that as an excuse. I'm waiting for the next excuse, is what Terence Crawford stated. Or Errol Spence said, let's eliminate the excuses. Your boss, stop acting like a boss because you're not the boss. But tell your boss, Bob Arum, top-ranked CEO and promoter, he knows what it takes. He knows the number. He knows how to get in contact with us. Tell him to make the fight happen ASAP. Man, you see the difference between this fight and the Manny Pacquiao-Floyd Mayweather fight? At one point in time, there was a slight language barrier. Not too big, slightly. So Manny Pacquiao would just respond, and that's just his nature as well. But Manny Pacquiao would just respond like, okay. He wouldn't really, go back and forth with him. The Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua situation, Anthony Joshua wasn't too vocal. He wasn't too vocal, right? When it comes to Deontay Wilder has been vocal, obviously, but it's one-sided. This situation is different because it's not one-sided. Both gentlemen are very vocal. As you see, it's via social media, right? It's via their thumbs, but they're vocal, right? They're very, they're both expressing themselves as to, making the fight happen. Both guys are saying that they want the fight. What you doing?
I'm going to get some food.
I'm going to get some stuff too.
Where are you going?
I'll tell you in a second, because I'm a jerk. Pardon me, y'all. That's my daughter pulling up on me. So, with that said, excuse me, y'all, but that was my daughter pulling up on me. So, so both guys are expressing themselves as to they want the fight, they want to make the fight, and that's great. They're promoting the fight, and that's what we want in the sport. All we want is the guys to step to the plate and say that they want to fight the best. We want to see the best fight the best. And at this point in time, there's no true argument. There's no argument that who's the best welterweights in the world. Now, can somebody challenge them for that throne, for that spot, to move them off their square? Absolutely. You got Danny Garcia, you got Sean Porter, you got Keith Thurman, and Manny Pacquiao, right? Then you got guys coming up, Jaron Ennis, right? Boots Ennis. Then you got guys like still, hanging in the band, hanging on by a thread. And you got Kell Brook and Mir Khan, right? So, it's definitely a lot of talent. It's definitely the glamour division, the welterweight division is the glamour division in the sport of boxing. But at the end of the day, when you get the two best in that glamour division, that's a beautiful thing. And I'm glad that Errol Spence comes out and says this because, it's been an ongoing, thing that, Errol Spence is not calling out Terence Crawford. These guys are avoiding Terence Crawford, so on and so forth. And now Errol Spence comes out and he makes it abundantly clear. Tell Bob Arum to make the fight happen ASAP. And that's the talk we want to hear. Now let's see if Bob Arum puts his money where his mouth is. Because Bob Arum says the only guy he wanted to, negotiate with and do business with Al Heyman and the PBC for was Errol Spence. So now you get a situation where Errol Spence is, once again, he said this already previously when they came face to face. Now Errol Spence is saying it once again. He's saying, listen, tell Bob Arum he know how to make the fight, and tell him to make the fight happen ASAP. And that's the talk we want to hear. Right? Now we need Terence Crawford to go to Bob Arum and confirm this, right? We need Terence Crawford now to go to Bob Arum and tell Bob Arum, grab the bull by the horns. This is the only complaint we had when it comes, at least I had, when it comes to Terence Crawford. My only complaint when it comes to Terence Crawford is I want Terence Crawford to grab the bull by the horns, tell Bob Arum, this is the fight I want, this particular fight, not overall, not in general, not in the whole, not all the fighters. No, you want Errol Spence Jr.? Go tell Bob Arum, make it do what it do what it do what it takes to get this fight done, because this is the fight I want, and that's Errol Spence Jr. And Errol Spence said that he don't want no tune-ups. So there can't be no excuses on Errol Spence's side, because he's already came out and he stated that he don't want any tune-up fights. He don't want any tune-up fights after suffering what we all know was a horrific car accident October 10th, right? So now he hasn't been back in the ring, but he's been back in training. So at this point in time, he said he don't want no tune-ups. Danny Swift Garcia, however you choose to promote it, is his mandatory for the WBC. How he became the mandatory, too long of a story. Right? Too long of a story. I guess it hindered on the fact that he had close fights in his losses to Keith Thurman and to Sean Porter, right? So they didn't want to knock him out the rankings, or they didn't see anybody else suitable to be the #1 mandatory contender, right? So Danny Garcia is the mandatory for the WBC. He is Errol Spence's mandatory. So I'm highly expecting Errol Spence to fight Danny Garcia in June, end of May, early June. That's satisfying his mandatory. Then he's available. If he can't lock down a fight with Manny Pacquiao for the WBA unification bout, there is no other choice but to go the route. There should be no other choice, should I say, but to go the route of Terence Crawford. That's the fight the fans want. That's the fight Errol Spence saying he wants. That's the fight Terence Crawford is claiming he wants. He's saying he wants. And that's the fight Bob Arum said he's willing to pull it out, pull it all on the table in negotiations to make happen. So let's see if it comes to fruition. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.